adalah Goreme Landscape View sama Ibu Dea di sini. Anginnya kenceng banget, terus dingin juga, jadi kayak aduh. Banyak debu di sini, jadi kayak sedikit kelilipan ya. Gimana Bu Dea?
Dingin banget.
Oke, kita sekarang udah ada di Virgin Mary Church. Nah, ini adalah gereja terakhir di Kapadokia. Karena setelah itu kan sudah mulai masuk ke eranya Muslim Turks ya, gitu. Nah, ini dibangun tahun 1849, jadi kurang lebih udah 100 tahun ya, kurang lebih. Ya, ini kondisinya sekarang udah nggak terpakai ya, berarti ya udah nggak terpakai, tapi bangunannya masih bagus begitu. Nah, ini ada beberapa yang menarik nih. Wajahnya pada hilang semua. Ini cherubim ya, malaikat. Very interesting. Wah.
Sebuah pintu menuju ke peradaban lain tapi
Bisa nggak?
oh my god, berat banget guys.
Hah?
Gak jadi dibuka pintu menuju ke peradaban lain.
Masa berat ya?
Berat.
Coba.
Hati-hati, pintu menuju peradaban lain akan segera dibuka.
Bisa diputar guys.
Keren.
Jadi manusia gua dulu guys.
Yeah. They are good. Yes. So why they were here? Why they needed to use underground cities? Because the first Christianity from the eastern side, from the Egypt side, it's spread out, as you know. Those Christians, they needed to come here because they were killed or tortured from the pagans.
Oh, okay.
That's why they were here, and it was one of the best places actually to cover themselves here in underground city. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we are in one of the food stores. If you remember, I said half of the underground city will be food store. Again and again, we are going to see. If you see on the ground, these kind of holes, those are, they were keeping fruits and vegetable section. Local people, they guess, until 1980s, 1985, this first floor was known from local people, but they only know 2 floors. The other part was collapsed. They didn't know. And they found some holes. It was going down deeper. They called officials, and we found this underground city like this. In total, 8 floors, like I said. So it looks like food store, but it's not. It's trap actually for the enemies. That's why on the ground, on the entrance actually, they had. Yes. On the right side, there guys, there will be one more room. There is nothing, but it will be same design like this on the ground. It will be graves. They were keeping their funerals. How it was working? Imagine someone died here when they are under attack. When they were here, they were keeping in this room. And if there is no danger outside, later they were carrying their funerals outside to bury out actually. Kind of morgue, you can imagine.
Cool. Budaya udah setengah mabuk.
Ladies and gentlemen, I recommend you to be with me because if I lose any of you, your location, rest of Kapadokya, it will be in underground city. Okay, that's why try to be with me. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it is church. as you see. And this is the main apsis. Here we have this stone there. Yes, they were keeping Bible, gathering together and praying together actually. And these are when they start having candles, where they were keeping candles there. Yes. One more thing here. Efendim burada da kaç işaret var görebilirsiniz. Here there is a cross. You can see from their pyramids. A-shaped cross. And it will be this way.
Ini cross ya. Wah, dulu berarti di torture ya, disiksa ya. Ngeri ya. Abad keberapa tadi ini?
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, when we come with the visitors, they are asking this class why they are here. These parts, some of the underground city like this, they are collapsing, and officials for precaution. Here, another food store, and this is the grinder. Probably you know how it was working, but I would like to show you again. Imagine there is stick here, they were making circle and pouring grains here, and they were able to have flour actually to make bread or for their food. In that way they were using. Efendim tahıllarını öğüttükleri.
Masuk situ coy. Berani kamu nih? Berani nggak? Ibu Dea. Wah gila coy. Perjuangan seorang Kristen. Wow, so crazy. Gimana Ibu Dea?
Neden şarap?
Hah?
Birincisi
Tadi kok kentut lagi?
şarap çocukları daha yükselttiği için. Bir başka nedeni de Hristiyanlık döneminde
Perjuangan seorang Kristen. Ada yang tingginya hampir 2 meter lagi nih. Si bule.
Bir de şöyle düşünün. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the winery. Each underground city, minimum 2-3 winery they had. First of all, yeah, parties underground. Why they had like this too much wineries in each underground city? First of all, in Cappadocia, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you go, we are producing two things: potato and grapes. In their period also same. They were collecting grapes, bringing here, all technique, by foot, pressing, and then this juice was coming here, and they start making potteries from red clay. If you join Red Tour, you probably see it. From the red clay, they were making potteries. Inside those pots, they were keeping in those food stores to be fertilizer, and as a wine, they were consuming. Two reasons. First of all, during the cold weather, to get warm their body, it was main reason. Another one, during the Christianity, for the Christians, it symbolized the blood of Jesus. That's why they were having wine. So, what do you think? We passed from the narrow tunnel that they were short, am I right?
Yeah.
They were probably like this. Are we agree with this?
Are they smaller?
Yeah, they were small because there is narrow tunnel, am I right?
Ya.
No, it's not like this. To see it, why they had narrow tunnel, I will be taking you here. Ladies and gentlemen, they were not short, they were not tall, they were normal people actually. They made on purpose actually, this narrow tunnel that we pass. Imagine they were able to make this kind of huge rooms, but they had narrow tunnels. Imagine they are under attack, they were coming down deeper, and they were keeping enemies slower in this narrow tunnel. And each tunnel they had stone doors. It's shaped here actually. Each is like 500, 600 kilograms. They are under attack. They are coming here, down deeper, and they are closing tunnels with stone doors. And there is hole, as you see in the middle. When they close the tunnel, from the hole, they were able to see who is coming. If it's enemy with a spear, they were ready here.
Maybe also, yeah.
Sure. Please come with me behind me. It will be easier for you.
Mendokumentasikan Ibu Dea. Sama dia jangan kentut ya. Gila say, gak kelihatan ya. Haha, crazy. Tunggu bentar nih. Kamu situ dulu ya. Sama dia. Wow. So deep, bro. Nih, lihat madep sini nih. Oh my god.
Even on the age of something serious, if you lose your balance, if you fall back,
So please come closer. There is nothing different. Again and again, living rooms, store and ventilation shafts. There is no light as you see in the tunnel, which means we have no permission. Right now, I will be telling you where we are sitting right now. This is toilet part. It's a joke. Yes, there is no toilet in underground. These are wine pots. Where you are standing, and behind the wall, again winery, where they were making wine. Yes. Here they were keeping wine pots. There is no toilet section in underground cities. Not only for this, all of them.
They have to go out.
No. They were, imagine they had to stay here and they needed toilets. They were using potteries. They were using potteries. If there is no danger outside, they were taking out.
Good idea.
So why they had no toilet? First of all, smell
Smell.
and contagious illness, actually, disaster. That's why they had no toilet there. Yes.
And trace of humans, so they will be found.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why they have no toilets. So, we will be climbing up from the stairs. On the left and right side, you will see living rooms. Yes. And then when we climb up, it will be kitchen part for us. Shall we go? Behind you, this is the oven where they were cooking. We say tandoor, tandoori, maybe you know in that way. Cooking here from the kitchen part, you can see they had public life. They had no privacy. Cook together, eat together. Only during the night. They cooked actually. Why only during the night? Imagine during the day cooking, smoke goes up. For the enemies, this is the sign that we are here. That's why only during the night, because smoke was not visible during the night. Only once or twice in a week they cook, not every day. They cooked and they eat rest of the day. But they were cooking mostly grain products actually. They were cooking. Grains. Yeah, grains they were eating. Because it was keeping them feel full. That's why they were using it. And one more stone I will show you there. So this is basalt stone. If you remember, when I was telling you about rock formation of Cappadocia, it was tufa, soft pan, and it was also basalt, taufa. This is tufa. What do you think? There is kitchen part. how they were using. Sometimes our visitor says dining tables. Yes, spicy salt that they were mash. A few more theory about this stone. Today you saw these onyx stones or tanit stone. If they found any this kind of precious stone that they were shaping here and trading with others, what they were having, linseeds for that. It was the main problem actually here that they were struggling. One more, if you remember, when they were defending themselves with the spears, they needed these war tools, am I right? Where they were making sharper actually, yes, sharpening actually, in that way. There's 2, 3, like I said, theory about it. Any question about capacity also? What do you think? How many people they were able to live? So what we saw, imagine like 2 times more, actually, in total, this underground city. I guess the biggest underground city, Derinkuyu, 10,000 people.
10,000.
They were. Here, about 5,000.
5,000.
They were. Efendim burası a few words in Turkish and then we can get going. Efendim burası mutfak bölümü. Biraz önceki gördüğünüz tandır yemek yaptıkları bölüm. Kapasite olarak da burası için 5.000 kişi yaşayabildiğini söylüyor. Gördüğünüz yeraltı şehrinin yarısı
Ini status
yani
Piapen.
%40'ını falan yok.
Kapan mulai ditinggalkan ya dia?
Burada da değirmen taşı olarak kullanılıyor. Baharatlarını.
Oke guys, ini kita habis nyariin makan Malaysian food nih, malah Malaysian food karena kita mau nyari nasi ya, 600 lira sekitar 300.000. Nah ini suasana kota malamnya. Budaya nggak ikut nih karena lagi kurang enak badan. Ketemu banyak orang Indonesia juga di sana. Yang jualan juga orang Indonesia. Oke, kita back to hotel. Kita istirahat, mandi, keluar mungkin, atau kalau enggak ya jalan-jalan atau istirahat di kamar ya. Tergantung ibu negara nanti maunya gimana. Oke, see you guys. Halo guys. Hari ini kita habis dari rumah sakit. Ibu Dea demam ke bengkak di sini ya, inflamasi ya, karena bakteri. Puji Tuhannya udah diperiksa dokter, katanya tidak terlalu darurat yang gimana-gimana. Udah dikasih obat juga, udah diminum juga obatnya. Gimana Ibu Dea? Akan jadi kenangan nih merasakan rumah sakit di pelosok Turki ini. Kita Nevşehir. Ini rumah sakit pemerintahnya gitu. Habisnya cuman 350.000. Jadi untuk pemeriksaan itu sekitar 200.000. Untuk obat 150.000-an. Oke lah. Cepat juga, cuman setengah jam kayaknya. Kita udah dapat resepnya, terus kita tinggal tebus di apotek. Lucunya di sini apoteknya di luar rumah sakit, jadi kita tinggal beli di luar. Antrinya jadinya nggak perlu lama-lama gitu. Oke, nih suasana kantinnya nih. Itu rumah sakitnya kayak Eropa Timur, dalamnya nggak yang bagus-bagus banget juga ya, kayak rumah sakit daerah di Indonesia juga ya. Ini rumah sakitnya. Oke guys, kita mau nunggu bus kembali ke Goreme untuk istirahat di situ ya. Terus malam mungkin makan Chinese food. Chinese sejati. Dan kedinginan guys. Mau Chinese food. Halo guys, kita sekarang lagi cari makan malam. Ibu Dea mau nasi Chinese food. So ayo kita ke sana karena udah bosen sama roti katanya. BTW Indonesian foodnya kemarin di sini nih. Oh, depan lagi ya. Indonesian food, Malaysian food, sorry. Itu tuh Malaysian food tuh. Itu dia Malaysian food guys. Di depan stasiun terminal Doreme. Ini Malaysian, restoran Malaysia. Nah, ini di sini nih guys. Ini restoran Malaysianya nih kemarin. Gimana nih perasaannya makan nasi? Gak pernah sekangen ini sama nasi. Ya gak? Nasi yang masuk. Ini 30.000 coy. Mie ini 150.000. Ini juga sekitar 150.000.
Mie ini porsinya gede banget.
Ya yang supnya tapi porsinya bisa buat 3 orang, 4 orang. Wah, enak banget. Gak pernah segangan ini sama nasi, ampun. Ini juga kita familiar. Sopnya mana? Enak banget. Nanti lagi, bye. Oke, kita habis makan di Chinese food. Udah kenyang makan nasi. Gimana rasanya? Happy? Hah?
Oh, udahlah, stop lah.
Budaya lagi suntuk guys. Oke, kita ketemu lagi nanti di rumah. Bye bye. Halo guys, kita lagi di Kapadokia. Nanti malam kita mau bus jam 7:30 malam ke Istanbul. Ini Bu Dea sudah mulai sehat nih, puji Tuhan. Udah membaik, lagi lihat-lihat belanja. Tadi kita makan, baru realize ternyata nggak semua tempat itu kebab doner itu 100 lira ya. Ternyata itu sangat murah. Jadi ngobrol sama orang Turki, penjaga hotel itu, rata-rata mereka habis 200 sampai 300 lira untuk sekali makan. Jadi 100 ribuan. Gile. Geleng-geleng coy. Jadi ya doner kebab 100 lira very cheap. Buat mereka pun sangat murah, dan terkejut juga sih dia katanya Istanbul bisa harga segitu. Kita pikir lumrah, ternyata emang murah gitu. Oke, kita lanjut lagi nanti. Sampai jumpa lagi nanti ya. Dingin sih ini, suhu sekarang ada di sekitar 10 derajat siang. Matahari nggak terlalu cerah, mendung. Ya oke. Bye bye. Yuk. Yuk. Nasi telur. Gimana Ibu Dea?
Ya, akhirnya.
Akhirnya makan nasi telur. Ini berapa ya harganya ya?
60.
30.000.
Pas yang satu.
Oh, cocok. Waduh, rezeki. Makasih Mas ya.
Kamu.
Kecap manis guys. Oke, ini 90.000. Ini 2 berarti 60.000. 25.000. Mantap guys. Oke. Selamat makan.